Seminary, Crystal, Adi, for you guys also for taking your time to be with John and I. It's a huge honor to be here and to share our work together. Um, just so you know, I am the younger brother. Brother to John. Uh, you can tell by the progress of our balding. Be in the same room. Just keep that there. John and I, we're coming from Jerusalem, and we're at the end part of our tour. We started in Chicago, we went to New York, New Jersey, DC, and now we're in Austin. And I would say this is it's the coolest event, wonderful time in Austin with Crystal and other friends. I think we'll just get started and we're good. So I'll have with the ceasefire. We are relieved that the bombs are stopping and there's a bit of quiet in Gaza. Our friends and family and people that we know in Gaza are having some relief, and now there can be talks about bringing humanitarian aid and hopes for rebuilding Gaza. But at the same time, we don't understand really what the ceasefire deal is. It's such a weird thing that suddenly happened all of a sudden. And we're afraid that the genocide may continue. So we are in a deep sense of anxiety, relief, pain, and also a member of our own community, the Palestinian Christian community in the West Bank. Layan Nasser has been in prison, sent to the occupation jails for 8 months. So we're coming with you with all of this emotion and with this context. And I think precisely because there's a ceasefire, I'm afraid that Palestine and the movement for Palestine will dwindle down. And we shouldn't be a movement of reactions, but a movement that is strong and sustained. So it's all the more reason that it's important to speak about this book and speak about Palestine in general during this period. And I'm really grateful, and I think it's poignant that we're presenting the book during Indigenous Day today. So we're bringing our Palestinian indigeneity today in conversation. So again, pleasure to be with you.
So on the day of the ceasefire, another thing happened in Palestine, and that is that we had our first rain. And when we have the first rain in Palestine, that tells us that it's time to pick olives. It's the beginning of the olive harvest season in Palestine. And me and Sam and our family every year during this season, so we're going to do it when we go back, we go to the olive groves and we pick olives in order to make our delicious olives using our grandmother's recipe for the whole year. To the olive groves that the Israeli army government confiscated from our family. So we snuck in and we were picking the olives. And our grandfather came to sort of join us. And he was a bit too old to help us, but he sort of started touching the trees and he started telling us the story of how he lost that land and how a soldier kicked him out of his home, him and his whole family, and forced him out. And then he said to the soldier, I'm just going to pray one last time in our ancestral church. And he took the whole family, they went into the church, and they didn't leave the church. And that's how we managed to stay in the city of Elid, for those who are familiar. But why do I bring this story? Because in that storytelling, our grandfather helped us connect to the land, to our ancestors and family, and also to our indigenous Christianity by staying in the church. And this is what we seek to sort of introduce you today through the book, but we want to situate it within sort of the broader historical and political and cultural landscape of Palestinian Christians' response to settler colonialism. So we will speak about the book. We want you to get you a bit more context. And then we'll dive into the... Yeah?
I'm not sure for that.
Not familiar with Palestinians and Palestinian Christians are around 160 to 180,000 people. So we're a very small community. And out of those Christians, the majority of us are Eastern Christians. So again, I don't know where you come from in the US, but if you've heard of the Greek Orthodox Church or the Greek Catholic Church, this is where the majority of Christians come from. Here, the church on the right-hand side, that's the church that our family hid during the Nakba. And you can see, well, it's kind of blocking it a bit, but the fellow is the middle